Hi Pisces, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Pisces, this is your general reading from today, starting on the 28th of March. And just for the very near future, I've stopped putting an end date to these readings. So whenever you find it, it might still resonate with you. And I also incorporated the date. I just am a sucker for numbers. Source is working to guide me through a whole lot of stuff through numbers. So I just love them and wants to incorporate them even in your readings from now on. So with the date today, 28, we'll have the number 2, which is all about conversation, communication, and relationships. And then we have the number 8, which is the power number, a really strong number with eternity, infinity. It's like so above, so below, so in heaven, so on earth. So it's a strong manifestational number as well. And then we're adding those two together. We have the number 10, which is all about completion. So there's something really strong and powerful that's going on with you right now if we were to believe the numbers. So let's see what specifically comes up for you in the cards. And I'm using the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. If you don't like the shuffle, please fast forward. Let's see what's happening in these most expansive times, depending where you're at in the world. I want to take the time to just thank you all for, I feel like this community is really growing and I'm really loving it. There's some signs that are a bit stronger than others for sure, but it's slowly building and I love to see that. I love the little donations that have started to come in, whether how small they are, just love them. I really appreciate it. Okay, Pisces. Wow. I have a feeling of all or nothing. All or nothing. Are you in or are you out? It's all or nothing. Because it's like all the deck wants to come out, all the cards, and or nothing. It's getting really sunny here now, and I'm not going to shut it out because I love when the sun is out. It gets me a little vitamin D. There you go. Okay. Wow. The more I've been working with the cards, the funner it gets. It's like, it really is a friend. I don't know how crazy that sounds, but it really is like, oh, it's so amazing how the cards work with the messages. And then I get a message and the cards is like, I'm going to find something that really resonates with that message. It's really fun. I have been working with cards forever, but I don't know, it's been new level. There you go. So I'm doing 3 cards on the table. It gives me a bit of story and then maybe some clarifiers. Let's see. So the first card I flew out was sacral chakra. Did you have this in your love reading, Pisces? I can't remember. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound condescending to myself. The program reverses the images on the cards. Don't ask, it just does, and I'm going to keep it in that way for now. So we have the number 28 coming out, and then we have the number 2 here. So we have strong emphasis on 2. So maybe you're seeing 2s, maybe you see 2 everywhere you go, or 2 or 2 is significant for you. Sacral chakra is also the second chakra. And if you don't speak chakra language, it's like your second energy center in your lower abdomen. You don't see me here, but the base is all the way down, and then the second one is like, if you're a woman, it's like ovaries, uterus, livmoder, äggstockar in Swedish, all of that. For a guy, whatever is in there. I might say something that is wrong, so I'm just gonna skip it. The lower abdomen, okay? And so I feel like when this card is coming out, there's also a lot, because the sacral chakra is speaking about creativity, passion, sexuality. Either you can have a really blocked sacral chakra, and that means that you really have trouble finding creativity, you have trouble finding ideas, you don't know which direction to go, or if you have like a blocked if it's blocked sexually, it's like you feel not very charismatic. It can be really about the sexual part of you, your sex life, literally. But as a whole, or as a general message, then if you're drained that way, it's like, or blocked, it could be that you're having trouble feeling charismatic, feeling passionate about anything really in life. And that you're a bit guarded with your body, that you're a bit guarded, maybe a bit achy in your body. If it's like full on sacral chakra, it's like you have one epiphany after the other, and I can't say the word epiphany in this sign without saying epiphany, like some of my Swedish friends used to say. So you could have some epiphanies going on and some aha moments, and really feeling creative, really feeling like, oh, you just want to create whatever that is, whether that's writing, singing, painting, creating a new earth, for all I care. It's like if you feel really passionate about something, you could be feeling really charismatic, really magnetic, like you know, those people who really has a vibrant sacral chakra. You can see them from miles away, and it's like they have sparkly eyes, and it's like really charismatic. And also you can have a sex drive that is really active, that is really, you feel attracted to your partner if you have one, like really. And you might be feeling like and that's being blocked, so I shouldn't get too into that. I should just say you feel really passionate about your sex life. Let's just say that. When this card comes out, I feel like why I say both these stories, I feel like there's a mix, and I don't feel like this is one part of Pisces is this way and one part of Pisces is this way. I feel like you're in it, in everything. You're carrying sometimes a bit of blockage in here, and sometimes pure creativity, pure flow. I'm not gonna go there. Pure flow in your sacral chakra, and I feel like it has probably been how that plays out in your life in general is that you probably have received a bit of roller coaster feelings. It's a bit up and it's a bit down, and it's a bit up and it's a bit down, and sometimes you feel like, oh man, I want to create that, I want to do this, I want to go there, on Saturday. But when the Saturday is here, you're like, why did I just say that? I feel really drained today. I don't want to go. I don't want to do that. I set up this thing to paint. I can't wait to paint. I feel so creative 2 days ago, and then today is like, paint? Did I really want to do that? I think I'd just rather lay here. So it's sort of like and that is not you fully in flow one day and then fully blocked another day. This is you awakening your sacral chakra is what it is. This is you coming to life, coming alive again, feeling really creative, feeling really vibrant. And that could physically mean a lot of things for you. It could physically mean if you're out of whack in your sacral chakra, that means that your hormones is out of balance. That means that you could have had cycles. If you're a woman, your menstrual cycles could be off the charts, very up and down but that's your emotional body. So physical body, like the hormonal balance might be off, and whatever that leads to, if you have hormonal imbalance, that is like you can have breakouts in your face, you can have sweats, you can have like whatever it is that hormonal imbalance leads to, comes from imbalanced sacral chakra. I'm not going to get too deep into everything around this. I just want to say that the sacral chakra, when that is blocked, it messes a whole lot of stuff up. It is not an easy thing to be living there. But the fun part now, and the good part now, is now you're unblocking it. Something is happening in your life. You're moving ahead. You're starting to recognize yourself. If you've been imbalanced here for the longest time, you probably have had this on and off feeling about everything. On and off feeling about sexually being active, on and off about wanting to engage in creative stuff or meeting people one day and then not wanting to meet people another day. Feeling one day that you're so worthy. You're so worthy of things. You're so passionate about things and you're so earned this. Only to the next day say, I'm not worthy. I don't deserve this. I don't. And you sort of put yourself down a bit. It's like, it is a roller coaster. You're starting to let go. You're starting to find balance here, is what I feel. You're starting to find balance, which means that you physically are going to start to feel so much better. Whatever has been imbalanced, I have been imbalanced, but that is not due to, okay, I know what it's due to, and I'm not going to take that long story here. But it's like, when things in your body comes back into balance, for me, when the hormonal balance has been restored, it's like a new life. And you do not realize how freaking draining it is until you feel the balance. And so when the balance is there, it's like, holy crap. Like, man, it has taken so much energy for me. And then you realize when the energy is back, it's like, oh, is this how you can feel? Oh my God. And so you probably have felt at times that you just had to lay down and sleep 3 hours straight, or just needing to, all of a sudden it's like, I have to sit down. I have to sit down and just have to sit here for a bit. Like, what did you do? I don't know. I walked there to there. It's like, and the next day you're like, should we go skiing in the Alps? What? So I think I made my point here. I don't have to drag it out, but I have to tell you the bliss that will re-enter into your life when the sacral chakra is finding its balance again, and it's due to you doing something. It's due to you continuing on. I feel like letting go of stuff that doesn't work for you anymore and just coming into more and more what is working for you, what is in alignment, making new choices, new healthy choices for yourself, feeling really energized, feeling like life is coming back to you. Life is coming back to you. And then we have the black border here. So the universe is really backing you up. You feel more and more supported. It's like you ask for certain things, and the thing that you've been asking for, maybe in the past, you've been asking for certain things. And it's like, oh, it takes forever for it to manifest. And now you ask for things and it's like, oh, it took a day or 2 or 3 and it's here already. What's going on? That's you being more in balance again. That's you recognizing your own energy again. And then with the number 2, I do feel that it is communication, conversation, relationships. But I am strongly drawn to the number 2 in the sense of you interacting with other people successfully. I don't know how to say that in another way than that. You being with people, and maybe before it has been a disaster, you feel like it's almost, you have people over and it's somewhat draining for you. It's fun, but it's somewhat draining. And now it's like you see people and all you feel is uplifted. You might have to go to sleep for 3 hours, but you still uplifted, if that makes sense. We move on to this number 4, which is all about foundation. You're finding a new foundation. And it's funny because I think you're the 3rd sign that this comes out for. So I think it's a collective thing. It's so many people that is finding a new foundation within themselves and around them due to whatever's going on in the world right now. So there's a new foundation being laid here. That strongly came out for Sagittarius, and it strongly came out for Aquarius. So you might want to look into that. It might have been other signs as well, but never mind. This number 4 speaks about foundation, newfound home, newfound ground, and also the heart center, that you feel that you're making decisions from your heart. It's really heartfelt these days, rather than the intellect is running the show, Pisces, and that is going to feel so freaking good to you because you've always come from your heart. And when you were such an emotional sign, when and I didn't even touch on that card, but when the emotional body then, like when the physical body is restored and the hormonal balance is back, and no matter whether you're a woman or a man, probably if you're a man, you even have it be a tougher time because, and I'm not trying to make this into a competition, but if you're Pisces man, you're so feeling freaking everything. You're feeling everything. And it's like you're not allowed to feel everything. You're not talking about hormonal imbalances. Like what are you? Are you a woman? What, get over it. I feel like we're softening those things now. We're allowing for men to be more what they were supposed to be all along. Men who also has feelings. But so it's like when you come back into your emotional body and the emotional body is restored, oh, you're not going to be thrown around like a puppet in your emotions anymore. It's not going to be so high and so low. You're building a new foundation for yourself. It is the red border, so that is all about foundation. We have the number 4, which is all about foundation, and it's called a firm foundation on the bottom. Then this symbol comes up here on the lower back, on this gorgeous man's back. And usually when I do healing with people and people coming with lower back problems, usually that is when you feel a lack of support, you feel a lack of foundation, a lack of like you're carried or nurtured, and usually that plays out in lack in money, or usually that plays out in you feeling like people don't understand you, or in this situation you're not supported. They don't back you up, but rather the opposite. Maybe somebody's even against you or sort of talking you down. But it's a lack of support and a lack of money. And now, guys, we're coming out of this. You're unblocking yourself. You can't do that. You're coming more into flow. And you're laying a new foundation, a firm foundation is what it says. And with the lower back there, with the opposite, which is lack of support, lack of money and all of that, you're putting this back here. You're founding this foundation. Good choice of words there. And we're laying the groundwork for this newfound place where you're going to start to feel more supported. And whether that is you feeling supported from the universe, from, like I said, like all of a sudden you feel like you ask for something and it's already here. Like it's like, are they all of a sudden listening to me? Do I get the stuff that I want? It's not that they haven't listened to you all day, every day, 24/7. It's just that you are now in a place where you can allow it in. It's not such a struggle for you to allow it in anymore. It's not like the minute you have a desire or request or wish, you're second guessing it, or you're working against it, or you don't have a belief that it's going to happen. But you rather sort of feel like, yeah, I have the right to have that. I have the right to be that, to experience that, you know? So it's a beautiful comeback, I feel. Come back. And you're going to feel an increase in support, like I said, from either or both. The physical realm, with people coming to support you, with maybe family members that all of a sudden start to back you up when they maybe have never done that before. It's like, what side did, and it almost feels weird. Which side did you wake up on? You're nice. What's wrong with you? Or it could be that you have an increase in money, or you can have an increase in help some way, that where you feel like things are being sorted out in the foundation, in your security realm, if that makes sense. Like where you feel backed up by the universe and by people. And then we have number 5, which is your life path. So you're truly on your life path right now. With this beautiful card, Pisces, I don't know. You could have had this last week. I don't know. Where you're on your life path, and it's so freaking beautiful because this is orange. The sacral chakra is all about the orange color. And you see this circle right here that is surrounding it. It's like we take this circle, maybe cycle, but circle, and we're adding it here. We take the orange circle and adding it here on your life path. And it's like we're now healing this gap. This is like you're standing on this ledge and there's an abyss, there's a hole, there's a gap here in between for you to get over to the other side, or for you to like sort of, okay, I'm walking on this path and I want to get over there somehow, but there's a big hole there, there's a big gap, and I don't know if I have the courage, I don't know if I have the strength, if I have the stamina, if I have the vitality to do it. I don't have the energy to do it. But then comes the sacral chakra in. We're healing the sacral chakra right now. You're finding life and energy, and you're being revitalized. Is that how you say it? Revitalized. You're getting your energy back. And that is going to seep into so many areas of your life. It's your life path. And so with this creativity, sexuality, passion, energy, when all of that is sort of breathing life into you again, it's like you're feeling like you can now continue on your life path. You can now continue do what you set out to do. Why? Almost like you feel like, I know why I came here now. I remember why I came here now, and I remember what I will do next. And I don't mean this in such a way that it doesn't have to be grand, but it can be, oh, it was to have fun with my dogs, or with my children, or with my grandchildren, or with, it was to just go watch more theater in my day whenever you can. It was to, like, I'm just trying to, it's bad, well, maybe for some that's awesome, but I don't mean like, oh, that's my life path, I'm supposed to change the world. Like, it doesn't have to be so grand all the time, but doing those little things, those things that for some they maybe even take for granted, I think that has also been a stretch for you, because you just haven't had the energy to do it. With the sacral chakra being down and out, you feel sort of, when it's really bad, you can feel really worthless, because then you don't have access to any ideas, any creativity, any creative progress or process whatsoever. And so it feels like it's not a forward movement. And all of a sudden, when that starts to flow again, it's like, oh, you're going to find so much balance in your physical body, in your emotional body, and for your mainly for your support, to then feel whole and healed and be back on your life path and just continue to do what you love to do, because you have the stamina and energy to do it. It's a purple border, so it's all about the spirituality right now, how you're incorporating spirit in everything. So what else can we tell the Piscean? This is number 15, so it's a new beginning for your life path. So it's just beautiful. It's a new beginning, and it's with number 1 and 5 is your life path. So new beginning on your life path, and then adding those up to number 6, which equals the love for your total self, this is beautiful. It's like the blend between you and source, the blend between you and spirit, or God, or higher self, or soul, or whatever you want to put there. It's a black border, so again, it's the universe is backing you up. It says temptation on the bottom. I don't know if I'm drawn to temptation. There's something with, so there's a key there. Do you see that? He's holding his hand on this key, and it's shining on the top, really shiny on the top, and here on the bottom it's sort of still in the dark, or still in the shadow. And so let's skip temptation. I feel like, so if you look at him, this is him sort of, okay, now I'm looking this way, and now I'm looking that way, now I'm looking this way, and now I'm looking that way. I think it's just representative of the roller coaster ride of the, okay, let's do a card just to make sure. Can I get some clarification around this card, please? Clarification. And I just realized you're holding a key next to you. Yes, okay, thank you. So, but I just realized oh, it's so beautiful. So, see that? Okay. It almost looks like he's so ripped. He's so freaking well trained. But, and he is, but right in the middle there, he's holding a key. So he's holding the key there, but he's also holding a key right there. I don't know if you see that. You probably don't. Anyway, there's a key right there. It's so subtle, and it's so the same color as the rest in the card. So I had to really look at it to see it. And actually, this is the first time that I see that key in this card. And this is what I feel, because the next card that comes out here that is a clarifier for this is a light. As the number 19, which for me is Prince of Heaven. Like there's light coming in, there's a person coming in. But so for me, this speaks about the key here, the solution here. And it is like, okay, we have one version, the roller coaster, like I started to say, the roller coaster ride that you felt like you've been on. Sometimes you feel you have the key, you hold the key, and it's from within. Like you don't have to go anywhere else, you don't have to do anything else, you don't have to care about any outside forces, sources. I guess that's a way of using temptation. If that's a way of using temptation, I can use the word temptation. It could feel like, okay, sometimes I need to go for what should I compare it to? Somebody that thinks that they absolutely have to have cigarettes or drugs or alcohol or even a person. They have to just have something from the outside. And I mean, I'm no different. I think that I have to have money in order to survive. I think I have to have, I learned that I really don't, and it's not that. But the point I'm trying to make here is that this is a feeling of, it has been a feeling of, I need that, and I think that my joy and my calm and my satisfaction is going to come from this outside source, and I'm going for it, and I'm tempted to go here. And then it's like only half of it is shining and the other half is dark. And it's like, that's only half the truth. That is actually not the truth. And then sometimes you return back into yourself. You're holding your hand over your heart center. And it's like, here's the key. The key is, I already have it inside. And this is what I feel like you're growing from your solar plexus. Yes, maybe, but from your sacral chakra. I feel like you're returning. You're returning back, and sometimes you go for the outside source, the outside validation, the outside. This could be vice versa also, that you feel like you have the need to go out and help, go out to. If you don't help, it's gonna go crazy. If you don't interfere, if you don't lägga näsan i blöt, as I would say in Swedish, that's a bit harsh, but. It's like if you don't do anything, it's going to go really south. But it really isn't. And you have started to understand more and more that if you just stay within your own heart and just feel it through your heart for everybody else and for yourself, good things are happening. And so there's a bit back and forth like that, almost just describing what I've already said. But you're more and more finding this inner peace, this inner light coming from within, and that the key is that it's coming from within rather than from anywhere else. Universe is backing you up here again. And so Looking at the clock here. Do I want... Is that just to show... I want one more card to see if that was just a sort of... for me to understand this card, or is this actually a person coming in? It's not a love reading, but sometimes it is really strong, and so it focuses on that anyway. Well, it is a person coming in for sure. It's new light coming into your world. It's new energy coming into your world. This is you holding the sun. It is very much like this card. It's very much the same energy. It's yet another black border. I have 4 black borders on the table here now. So the universe is strongly backing you up. You're getting what you're asking about. There's a number 17. So it's yet a number 1. With new beginnings, and number 7 with like on the 7th day he rested, and then combining those two we have another 8. So 8 is also becoming strong with the power number 8, with the infinity and eternity of everything, strong manifestation. So this for me more says that there's a strong energy coming into your life, and I think that's energy for yourself. You're starting to feel the energy again. You're starting to feel really ignited, really passionate, really alive. And maybe not every moment of every day yet, not even maybe every day, but I feel like you've started to get the light back. You're starting to get your energy back, and it's a really, really beautiful feeling. You're on your way back, guys, from wherever you've been. And maybe you thought this was your life, but then you realize, like I said, it's like, holy smokes, I do feel now what it has felt like to be out of balance when I now feel what it's like to be in balance. And maybe you thought that the life you had before, that was your life and it was your everyday, that was your norm. And then when you start to feel the passion and the energy coming in, it's like, ooh, is this how I can feel? It's gorgeous. So I'm going to go into the extended. I'm going to draw more cards about this, see whether this is a person coming in or is it just light coming into you. Just draw more cards and see what's going on for you guys. So if this resonates with you here, probably the extended resonates with you as well. If you feel like, nope, that was perfect, that's what I needed, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back next week for your love reading. Take care, guys. Bye.